I started writing Creator Economy a couple years ago. I was doing my PM job and I really want to kind of get back into the creator space. I realized that building for creators is what I'm really passionate about, helping them make a living
Mm-hmm.
online and put stuff out there. So I just started writing my thoughts and sharing my ideas from working at Twitch and other creator companies. And it seemed to have really resonated with people. I think you want to define success on your own terms, right?
Right.
And for me, success is about doing what I want to do with my time and also talking to people that I want to talk to. It's not
Mm,
kind of like it's kind of like having control over my own time. That
right.
that to me is success. Time is a lot more valuable than money, in my opinion. Um,
Mm.
and that could be, at my PM job, building great products, working with engineers and designers, or it can just be, with my creator stuff, like putting a meme out there or like writing a blog post, right?
Right.
So that's I think a lot of PMs, a lot of tech people don't realize this, and they're in this rat race,
Mm,
and I think it's not healthy to be. I obviously still have a full-time job that I'm proud of, and also like have kids, right? So like I think how I found to make the creator thing work is you can create one piece of content. So my newsletter is like the hub of my content.
right.
You create one piece of content, and then you can spread that content across many different areas. Like you can put it on different social networks. Maybe you can upload a
Mm,
video about it. So that kind of requires less, kind of like original thinking from me, right? Like I don't have to create 6 pieces of content. I can create one piece and then like modify it and put it in other places. I think you're gonna fail if you just try to become like the next best traders or the next best Lenny. Like each person is unique,
yeah.
and like again, the best niche you can build for yourself is a niche with your name, right? Like
Hmm.
like if people think Lenny or people think traders or people think me, like that's the best niche. Then your name becomes the niche as opposed to anything else. But I also think it's about, again, it's about like let's go back to the product management side of things. It's
Mm,
about thinking about what you personally really value as opposed to what society or the expectation is for you to value, right? Like for example, I'm not anywhere close to being a vice president of product, right? But like what I really value is just building really great products. Like
right.
I want to, everything that I deliver, I want to be proud of, and I want to
Hmm.
exceed customer expectations. And I think that's part of why
Right.
I'm in this creator space, because building for creators, they're very vocal, they're very active on social media as well.
Mm,
So like if you build something really good for them, they will like share their life, they will tweet about it. And that gives me a lot of joy, you know?
energy.
So like yeah, like am I a top whatever 1% product manager or whatever? Like how do you even measure what top 1% is? All I know is that when I deliver products, I want it to be really good quality
Mm,
and really delight customers, and I'll do whatever it takes to do that. So I think a lot of the meme culture is a remixing culture. So usually
hmm.
what happens is I get inspired by something else, like maybe someone else posts a meme or someone posts like a really cringe post on LinkedIn, and then I get inspired, and then I kind of remix it, right? Like maybe it's the same meme, but I put
Mm,
like a different caption onto it, or like I just changed the cringe post into a shit post.
mhm.
Or maybe there's something that happened in my day that kind of like inspired me to crack some jokes about it. Like
Right.
I'm also like posting a lot of memes internally, like where I work, and like people seem to enjoy it. So it's just like another. It's just like yeah. I think you put in the reps, and you kind of remix other things,
Mm,
and then that's kind of how you kind of post these memes. Yeah, I think memes are actually like a really great form of communication, right? Because like a meme has a lot of like context and background behind it. A lot of people understand what the meme is about. So
mm.
in some ways, it's like a more efficient form of communication than like simple text or images. It comes with a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
OpenAI launched GPTs, right? And like I made all these GPTs for myself,
Mm,
and like they're not public GPTs. They're just like private GPTs that I make for
right.
myself. And a GPT is basically like a way to save like a really long prompt.
Mm,
And yeah, they've saved me a lot of time. So I can quickly walk through some of the GPTs that I have, right? So like the first one that I made for myself is called concise GPT. So all it does is like
Okay.
I paste in some like draft, and it tries to make
Mm-hmm.
it more concise, and it gives me like three variations of the output. And like I
Okay.
use it all the time to clean up my blog posts, clean up PRDs, and like even clean up like updates that I put in Slack. Like it's really good at kind of making it more
The
concise.
rule of
Another one I use for my newsletter. I kind of copy and pasted in a bunch of like popular newsletter posts, and then it's really good. So then when I write a draft newsletter, I copy the drafting, and then it spits out like another version, right? And I don't copy
Mhm.
that version directly, but like I use that AI version to clean up my own draft. Like sometimes
Yes.
it expresses sentences in a better way.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really super useful. Another one is to generate headlines from my blog posts.
Mm,
A lot of
right.
this stuff, like I've kind of copy and pasted my own content in there, and that's why
Mhm.
it's kind of like a personal LLM that kind of like writes to my style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the last one that I use sometimes is like I have like a private coach, because I'm too cheap to pay for a real coach. So I have a private coach GPT that has like, here are my goals, here's kind of like my current situation, give me
Right.
advice. And yeah, if you use the voice feature, especially, it does feel like a
Mhm.
private coach. Like it will give you advice and like share really good stuff.